As global tensions rise, so does the debate over how far government should go in the name of security. A new bill in Florida would create a state counterterrorism unit.
Supporters say it's to keep us safe, but opponents say the language in that bill could put everyday Floridians under a microscope. Wink News anchor Claire Galt has details.
As the U.S. escalates military action against Iran, the FBI watches for any threats here at home through its Joint Terror Task Forces, or JTTF. Wink News security analyst Rich Kolko spent years as a member in Atlanta, D.C., and New York City.
There's JTTFs in every state in the country.
He says right now those local task force teams are working 24/7 to track down potential sleeper cells or lone wolves.
They use capabilities like the National Security Agency that monitors traffic from overseas.
But now, some Florida lawmakers want the state to have its own unit. Proposed House Bill 945 and Senate Bill 1712 would create a new intelligence and counterterrorism unit inside of FDLE. The bill aims to identify threats by analyzing patterns of life, gathering actionable intelligence, and even executing arrests. During a committee hearing in Tallahassee last month, Fort Myers Senator Jonathan Martin said this is about being proactive, not violating rights.
If there's somebody or some entity or some group that is trying to distort information, change information, hide information, or put false information, false flags, we hear a lot about that, out there, we want to make sure that our law enforcement in the state of Florida is equipped to handle that.
The bill defines an adverse intelligence entity to include people whose, quote, actions, views, or opinions are a threat to the state or country. UCF political scientist Aubrey Jewett says that language is broad.
Because if you are identifying potential risk just based on their views and opinions, that really, again, in my mind, from the constitutional perspective, is treading on some dangerous ground. Because historically, we have constitutional right to free speech.
Wink News security analyst Rich Kolko spent years as a member in Atlanta, D.C., and New York City. The new task force would fall under the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. FDLE agents are already key members of the FBI's task forces.
If they're going to try and take people away from the fully established FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force that they're all members of and take them away to start up another task force, it's probably not the best use of personnel and finances.
Well, after 9/11, New York created an intelligence division within the NYPD, but it later faced lawsuits over surveillance practices. Other concerns our security analysts raised: lack of state laws to adequately prosecute crimes typically handled at the federal level.